Welcome to Talk About Coaching with us, Jamie Tenzer and Sheri Boone. We spend our days talking about coaching as we train and mentor coaches, and we've been doing this for about 20 years. We even talk about coaching when we're just chatting with each other. So we thought, why not record our chats and share them with you? Our goal is to share our expertise to help you on your journey to become a better coach. And we'll share ideas that you can take and try on to see if they work for you. We hope you'll find value, and if there's a topic you'd like us to talk about, please let us know. We can be reached at coachcachet.com. That is COACHCACHET.com. We hope you'll enjoy today's Talk About Coaching. Well, hi, Sheri. How are you today?
Hi, Jamie. I'm good. How are you?
I am good, and I am excited about getting into our topic, Evoking Awareness, one of my favorite competencies.
Okay, great.
Not sure exactly how we do that, but that is something we do. No, actually, I'm kidding. I think I do know how we do that.
I bet you do.
Okay, so I was looking at the subcompetencies here and interested to start with 7.11, which is shares observations, insights, and feelings without attachment that have the potential to create new learning for the client.
Yeah.
And I just wonder about that, that middle piece there, that without attachment, that's the part that I think is maybe the challenging part for coaches. What do you think?
I think so. I think that, and it's an important one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when is it okay to share our feelings or thoughts or, and then, yeah, what does that mean without attachment? When I think of that, I think of that's so important to me that I must get this across to my client, right? But without attachment means I'm just going to share it. I feel neutral about it in a way. I don't have an agenda. I don't want to, push or move my client in any direction, but I'm just simply sharing something I noticed, something I observed. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that what you're saying, or what I'm hearing and what you're saying, is that it's about our self-awareness as
Yeah.
we're doing it, right? So we know that as we're sharing our observation, insight, or feeling, that it may have nothing to do with what's going on with the client, that it's just sharing what we're noticing, and then giving it to the client as an offering if this helps, right? But having like, why would we do that? I mean, what is the value, I guess, is what that brings up for me, because I think there is value if we can do it without attachment. But what is that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as you're saying that, I'm thinking, well, especially with the sharing and observation, right? That piece
Mm-hmm.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is great value in reflecting back or mirroring to our client something that we notice, something that we've become aware of. I think there is value in that because so often clients, they're talking, they might be saying something, and until they have it mirrored mirrored for them or mirrored back to them, they may not really hear it. They're going to hear it in a different way. So I think sharing an observation, it can be really powerful to say, I'm noticing that you said this, and just be that mirror. Don't even put any other qualifiers on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the piece about sharing observations is very client centered,
Right.
right? So, and the piece about insights and feelings is really coach centered.
Right.
And so we're sharing, this is what I am, you know, what I think I might be picking up. Is that true?
Uh-huh.
Or something like that. So it's really important if we really get down into the nitty gritty here, the piece about insights and feelings. It's really important that we know that these are our insights and our feelings, and how do we just share that in a way that the client can choose if it's of service for them or
Exactly.
not.
Exactly. And it's just what you just said a minute ago about, it's about the coach's self-awareness, right?
Yeah,
So to really be clear with ourselves, the spirit in which we do that, and that fact that, it's not about us. It's not about us. It's also we need to give it back to the client. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, and the other subcompetency that I think is really interesting here is 7.2, which is challenges the client as a way to evoke awareness or insight. And I just am wondering about that word, right? Challenges.
Mm.
As coaches, are we challenging our clients? And is there a nuance to that word for coaches? Because it feels, I'm not sure I want to really be challenging my client. And yet I know that it's useful for the client to, have an opportunity to have a new perspective, or to, view something in a different way. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that, as we were talking earlier too, I think that again, it's so much about language and our definition of the different words, the different terms. So yeah, because my sort of automatic reaction to that word challenge means that it's an affront, kind of, that there's,
Mm-hmm.
not only assertive, but there's some kind of an affront that I'm going to, give to my client or put forth to my client. That's my filter. That's my definition of that word challenge. So what else could challenge mean? Or how else might I define it, right? So that it's not that. So what other meaning could challenge have in this context? You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's that's sort of my work, I think, as a coach to figure out what does that mean for me to challenge my client without being too forceful or, um, you know, yeah, being too aggressive, I guess. I guess that's it. That's kind of an aggressive word for me to challenge something.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So what do you think about what else could that mean, that word challenge?
Well, as you were talking, I was thinking maybe it's more like an invitation,
Yeah.
because a challenge, if it were to be a neutral word, and of course we all hear words in different ways, but it's kind of a it is kind of an invitation to view something differently, or um, to consider, a different option or a different way of viewing things, or to consider whether or not the way we're viewing something is the only way, for example.
Hmm.
So maybe it's more of an invitation than a
Yeah.
challenge.
And I really like the word you just used, consider.
Mm.
I almost wish it would say ask the client to consider
Hmm.
rather than challenges the client. And that's my filter again, that's my bias. But I really like that. Yeah. The invitation, the asking to consider.
Hmm.
That's a great way to frame that up, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, wonderful. I feel clearer about evoking awareness now, thanks to this conversation.
There's a lot there. There's a lot in this competency, and it's a good one. Yeah, it's rich.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Talk to you next time.
Thanks, Jamie. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. We hope you're walking away with something of value. As always, we invite your comments at coachcachet.com. That's COACHCACHET.com.